the virus. Suddenly, I just sort of noticed that these ice cream mixer tops look like they also could double as a really designer face shield when protecting you from the virus or protecting you from elected leaders that aren't giving you stimulus. This recording of Home LA, I give you the latest update on your second stimulus. And we also go back to the mixer. We haven't been mixing it up lately. And I'll be going back to the ice cream mixer because it was a lot of deliciousness when we talked about this last time. Not $12 ice cream, actually pennies on the cents ice cream. You could do it at home. And last time we heard some incredible suggestions from viewers. So I'll be turning it back to you to hear your incredible suggestions about homemade ice cream that you like or have not tried and may try after watching this recording. This is Home LA live from Los Angeles with the latest updates about your financial news from Wall Street, the latest updates about your stimulus, and the latest economic news across the board, national and breaking today. What a day it is. If you've not subscribed to this channel, please subscribe. 376,000 subscribers. We keep on rocking on. This morning's Mornings LATE was really packed with a full house. So thank you for tuning in this morning and early mornings as well. Also, if you've not liked this video, consider liking it. And if you've not become a member, consider becoming a member. Purple Hawk, Purple Power, or Calcino VIP. Someone became a Calcino VIP in the video before this one. The link is in the pinned comment and also at the top of the chat. Remember, it's free to post comments on every video. It's free to send messages to me. I answer questions 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. I'm the only channel anywhere that the host is actually answering questions 24/7. Sheila, thank you for the dancing there. You got me dancing early on in this show. I am answering questions and helping people 24 hours a day, 7 days a week on all platforms, Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter, around the clock. So if you have questions or comments, drop me your comments as well. Moreover, in fall of last year, around December, I told viewers that if you feel lonely at any time and just need someone to talk to, it's not economic issues, just sort of lonely, a little bit depressed, reach out to me or one of the volunteers. We're all here to chat. I still chat with some of those people to this day. So that's the spirit of this channel, helping one another 24/7 around the clock. Meantime, if you need a volunteer, the volunteer link is in the pinned comment, the description to this video. Mortgage assistance in New York, says Elizabeth. Yes. So if you need assistance with mortgage assistance, reach out to the volunteers. They're in the description of this video at news.la.com/community. You won't miss it because there's some cute little kitties, meow, at the top of that page. Meantime, Alberta might be watching me. Alberta, are you watching me? I think I remember the name correctly. Alberta, how are you? Earlier today, a beautiful, beautiful dog was shared by one of the viewers. The dog actually moves the chair up closer to me when I start talking. Whether it's a lizard or a dragon or an alpaca or a dog, I appreciate the extended family members that always tune into this channel. So Alberta, if you are watching, thank you, my dear. Don't fetch the bone. Stay with me through the whole broadcast. And with that, let's get to the breaking news. The breaking news is that we're just hours away from finality of the third stimulus package bill. The third stimulus package bill follows a few days of executive orders, which I haven't gone over a recap of those in a few days, and I will go over them as well. In this recording, I'm going to go over what is still rolling out for second stimulus, what is now rolled out for executive orders, because it's important to remember what's now law and what's pending law. There's a lot of stuff happening at the same time, so we got to keep on track about this. The latest PDF for members of this channel was posted to the community page just minutes before this video. So if you're a member, that PDF, which is the same, this is the 923, is now posted as well. The executive orders just a few days ago were really quite helpful. The first one was SNAP. If you need food assistance, there's a SNAP food extension now for 12 months at a 15% increase. What's SNAP? It's free food. How do you get it? Department of Agriculture. How much does it pay? Up to $1,400 a month approximately for a family of 4 in Hawaii. Well, what happened under Biden and Trump? Well, Trump gave you a 6-month extension, a 6-month increase of 15%. And the executive order Joe Biden just a few days ago extended an additional 6 months for an additional 15%. So now you got a 1 year, 15%. This is incredible, great news. Then, executive order number 2, PEBT is now national and also at a 15% increase. If you're low income, again, less than $49,000 approximately, SSI and SSDI, Social Security and Railroad benefits, you qualify for this as well. I have a lot of viewers who never considered SNAP until watching this channel and have gotten it. So that's been a really big success story. But PEBT is not automatic. You got to do this one. So donut guy, put down the donut. This ain't for you. You have to call up the phone. Oh my God, I got to pick up the phone and call someone. I don't like to call anyone. I like them to call me. You have to call up Department of Agriculture and say, hi, how are you? My child has to stay home from school because the pandemic has closed the school, and they'll add an additional 15% on top of your PEBT. Someone just asked a really good question. 15% from what? So 15% on top of what you would normally get paid from SNAP. So if you're already on SNAP and you're getting, I don't know, $200 a month, then 15% on top of that. PEBT is usually about $114 approximately per month. Well, guess what? Joe Biden has made it national, which is a big thing. That's really good. And there's going to be there's a 15% increase on it. So now that has an increase on it. So let's recap, because that's a lot of deliciousness and it's really good food. Thank you for the thank you. Is first, you're going to get your entire family on SNAP a 15% increase for 1 year. That's deliciousness. And every month the child has to stay home, you can get an additional $114 a month with a 15% increase on that. Deliciousness. SNAP benefits differ on price and amount state by state. Every state sets the number a little bit different. Eviction moratorium. Hey, there we go. There is an eviction moratorium in place now. I can't remember the date. I think it's September. Oh, I do have it on the list. That's why we have a PDF. When the host forgets what he's talking about. There's an eviction moratorium to September 2021. And so that eviction moratorium is the CDC. It's the same one you had before. So, every day or a day and a half, or every 2 days, someone says, I'm facing eviction or I'm about to be evicted. And their viewers, and it always confuses me why this is happening when there is a national eviction moratorium in place. Brother Joshua, with the lemon and the dimes. The lemon's dropping some dimes. The lemon's like this. It's like dime lemon. Dime Lemon. I love Dime Lemon. I watch it every night. I watch Dime Lemon every night on CNN after Anderson Cooper. Dime Lemon is absolutely wonderful. So, thank you, Dime Lemon. Thank you for tuning in, Dime Lemon. See you tonight at 6 o'clock on CNN. Some people like the lemon stickers. Some like the some like the hippopotamus stickers. So I don't know why people always say I'm facing eviction, and yet there's an eviction moratorium in place. So please go to the Center for Disease Control and download that CDC eviction moratorium. It helps you and it protects you. If you need questions about that, volunteers can help you for that. Thank you, Brother Joshua, for that Dime Lemon. Mortgage forbearance. There's a mortgage forbearance for federally backed mortgages, not privately backed, but federally backed mortgages to September 2021. And federal contractors, if you work for a federal contractor, they have to pay you at least a $15 minimum wage and paid sick leave. And finally, student loan debt moratorium is in place currently for I think it's to September, and that's all really good news. What are the other bills out there that we are waiting for that are standalone bills? You know that I said all throughout September, October, November, December, and even early January that SSI, SSDI, Social Security and Railroad benefits may likely be a standalone bill. That the reason why it wasn't in this third stimulus is it's likely to be a standalone bill, but the concern is that that standalone bill is not one, forgotten, or two, put off too late. And three, because a series of new reports said that Joe Biden wants to fix the system next year. Well, you don't want stimulus next year, you want it now. And so understand that the third stimulus package summary released by the Biden camp, obtained exclusively by this channel at 330, about 35 pages long, does not have SSI and SSDI in there, does not have it in there. And so the viewers of this channel have been stepping up and saying, get it in this stimulus package, the $200 a month. Again, it's not in there, number one. And number two, the viewers are stepping up to get it in there by tweeting, starting tweeting Twitter campaigns. There's a longtime viewer who's absolutely wonderful, who is on social media today tweeting about hashtag FPUC Retro. She said, hey, we need FPUC Retro. We're owed FPUC Retro. We were unemployed from July to December last year. We didn't get any FPUC. Please make sure it's included in the bill. Please make sure it's included in the bill. And please make sure it's $600 because you promised both things. You promised that it was going to be FPUC Retro and then it was going to be $600 a week. Well, that person's tweet got a response from another viewer that said, stop bashing Joe. Give him some time. He's still working on things. What do you think about that? What are your comments? Do you think that we should just sit back and say nothing and just sort of do nothing? Do you think Purple Power should absolutely do nothing and just sort of sit and just keep our mouth shut and do nothing? No, says Kat. What do you think? Should we zip our mouth? Absolutely not, says Tracy. Patricia says no. Teresa says no. Jessica says donut. Nancy Pelosi says no. Iglesias, no, Kalisha says speak up. No. Everyone says no, you should speak up. So I that's what I thought. I was just, so I'm so glad that we're all on the same wavelength on that one. Teresa with the meow. Hey, meow. Thank you for the cat, Teresa. I appreciate it. So no, that's great. Purple Power needs to push hard, said someone just right then. I couldn't see the comment. It was flying. He promised it, Kat. Diane, they all need to do what was promised before the election, says Diane. Therese, drum roll, please. Chuck says no, absolutely. So there you go. Understand if they did what they didn't say. That was a great comment. What does the person say? Morticia, if they do what they say, we won't have to speak up. Well, very good. I love that. The bill should be ready. So someone just said that was Deanna. I can't read it. The screen is really small. David, thank you for coming. A Purple Hawk. Everyone, welcome David to the family. So understand the Purple Power since boy. I mean, Purple Power was predated, and there's Travis with a dancing pear. Thank you. Everyone welcome David to the family, and thank you, Travis, for the dancing pear. Pushing for something, advocating, I guess that's a best word. Advocating for something is not bashing someone. And so someone had said something like, well, you're not giving Joe any time. Stop bashing him. No one's bashing anyone. We're advocating for things to be included. Today and yesterday, the progressives wrote a letter to Biden and Harris saying you need to go bigger on the stimulus package. You need to have you have to have a stimulus check every month until the pandemic's over. They didn't say the amount of the stimulus. There is Alicia with the how's it going, Nancy Fair? I appreciate it. And the U.S. progressive wrote him a letter saying, Joe, we are advocating for this. Purple Power, that's what Purple Power does. We advocate for something that we believe in as a group, and that we don't say, no, we don't want something else. And so advocating is not bashing, and I don't know where that's coming from. Absolutely not. Ira, thank you for the dancing pear. Advocating is like, wow, I get it. There's Sheila. Thank you, Sheila, for the dancing pear. They need to keep their promises, someone just said. The comments are flying really quickly. Sheila also with another dancing pear. I appreciate the cat accountability. So let's keep pushing them, says Kayla in the Instagram room. Uh, and accountability, says Kat. So accountability, elected officials need to do what's promised, and if even if they didn't promise it, we still have a right to ask for things. Advocating for things is not bashing; it's advocating for things. But in this case, people made promises, and we're holding them to those promises, but we're also advocating for things. We're advocating for things. You and I understand that SSI and SSDI could be in a standalone bill. We don't like it in a standalone bill. Uh, do you like SSI and SSDI in a standalone bill? Yes or no? Do you like it, even if you're not on SSI and SSDI? Do you like it in a standalone bill? Yes or no? Tell me what you think on that one. D likes it as a standalone bill? Yes. Do you like it in a standalone bill or do you know? No, said someone else. No, says Prina. No. Um, Kat says yes. Someone else says no. Hugh says no. Catherine says yes. No one says no. Gunn says yes. Masha says yes. Yes, yes. So, wow. So that's about 50-50. That's very interesting. So now let me ask you this question. When do you get worried that, how do I say it this way? At what point are you worried that the standalone, at what month are you worried about a standalone bill that you haven't heard anything? Are you worried by mid-February? Are you worried by late February? Tracy with the super chat. Thank you with the dancing bear. Thank you, Tracy. At what point are you worried about? I'm already worried, says Kat. Last month, says I was worried last month, says D. So right now, late February, right now, I'm worried now. I'm worried now. So that's really interesting. So viewers say 50% say that they like SSI and SSDI to be a standalone bill, but the vast majority say they're already worried. They are already worried, and some say they are about to get worried. And so that's very interesting. So we have every right to advocate for stuff. If we are worried, if we're worried, we have a right to advocate for stuff and say, let's get this included. Pink Goddess Menchaka. Well, thank you, Pink Goddess, for joining the family. Everyone, welcome Pink Goddess. So that's the spirit of the Purple Power to really step up and push where we need to push. At the 17-minute mark, let me give a big update as we sit here this afternoon. The big update as we sit this afternoon is that viewers are on social media, from the viewers of this channel on social media today, really sharing videos and tagging elected officials to make sure that they get stimulus done the way it needs to be done. And I asked viewers earlier in this video if they thought that give him time is in a respectful response to us dealing with the situation, that the followers of this channel are not giving Joe time, that we need to give him time. And that viewers said, no, this needs to be done now. We should not be giving time. Ironically, Nancy Pelosi doesn't want to give it time. Chuck Schumer doesn't want to give it time. Bernie Sanders doesn't want to give it time. They say get it done now. No, and in fact, Republicans don't even want to give it time. They don't want this to go on for 2 more months. So I don't know where giving people time came into the equation. Yeah, a few days, but yesterday when I read the comments on air, the overwhelming comments from viewers was, why are we talking about next week? We got 3 more weekdays left in this week. This is Wednesday. You can get it done by Friday. I love that. I love that. Viewers are like, this is Wednesday. You can get it done in you got 48 hours. What's the problem? You can get things done in 48 hours. And to be very frank, I have done enough videos on this channel where I've shown you where Nancy has done bills in 48 hours. She has done bills in 48 hours. Now, certainly those bills were smaller, but I mean, she did the postman's bill that was written by Carolyn Maloney of New York, the representative in New York, in 24 hours. She did the articles of impeachment. I think that was 2 days. She did the Cash Act of 2020 in 24 hours. Dad with the winged lemon. Jack came in with a winged lemon. My favorite. He always knows where to hit. Just hit him right in the middle. Just hit him right in the middle of the video. Always about the 17-minute mark. There it goes. There's that winged lemon. Just gets elevated every time. Everyone loves that winged lemon. Oh my goodness. Thank you, Tad, for always delivering the winged lemon. It's like an angel lemon. It's just That's a relative to, to Dime Lemon. You know, it's Wing and Lemon will be opening for Dime Lemon tonight on CNN. So it's just so people are saying, hey, no, there's nothing worried, there's nothing wrong with saying get going. So understand that it is not partisan. It is not partisan to tell people get going. It is not partisan to tell people go bigger, go smaller. It's not partisan to say what's taking so long. And that is not bashing, and it's not partisan. And, and most of the viewers who are asked, hey, Lisa with the meow, with the cat, hey, meow. And ironically, the viewers who are asking Joe to move faster voted for Joe. So it's not like, it's not like it's a partisan bicker. This is pushing with love. This is pushing with love. Kendra Purple Hawk. You can there's a lot of persuasiveness when you like someone. Scott, thank you for the dancing bear. There's a lot of love. Welcome, Kendra, to the family. And Scott, thank you for the dancing bear. There's a lot of love that you can give people and push, or support and push. And just because you're telling someone get going doesn't mean doesn't mean anything. I've had enough viewers ask me, let me ask this question. When do you think the SSI and SSDI $200 a month should have started? When do you think the SSI, what month do you think the SSI and SSDI should have started? What month do you think it should have started? Where do you drop in the comments on the screen? When do you think it should have started? Day one, someone said. Last March, February, January, November. This month, January. Shally with the dancing pair, thank you. Last March, December, January. This month, January. Scott, day one, this day, last month, now, January. So the vast majority says January. I agree. It should have been January. He came in on the 20th. They could do it retro. Even if he's sworn in on the 20th, they could do it retro. So we have every right to step up and ask and advocate for these things. And that's the spirit of this channel. We've always advocated things respectfully. And there we are. February with a retro January, says Clayton Williams. Well said. I appreciate that. I don't think they should expect time since they knew this was a big issue. Someone said, that was a great comment. It flew across the screen. SSI is 1,400. So is $1,400 a pipe dream? No. $1,400 is a stimulus check. $1,400 is happening. $1,400, the stimulus check, is not a pipe dream. That's happening. The things that are hard, that we're pushing for, that are hard, are the $2,000 and $1,400 a stimulus check, or the $3,200 and the $2,000 stimulus check. FPUC retro at $600, we're pushing for it hard. And those are the things. You're certainly going to get a $1,400 stimulus check. And finally, let me address that. I mean, I've been doing this a long enough time that there's always someone that says, I could really use that $1,400, so don't say anything negative about the $1,400. Mortricia with the dime lemon again. Thank you, Patricia, for the dime lemon. When we push for $2,000 and $1,400, we're not saying don't give the viewers $1,400. We're not saying don't give viewers $1,400. We're saying give them $2,000 and the $1,400. And so there's always someone that thinks that you're going to somehow be not given the $1,400 because we spoke up. No, that's not happening. Don't worry, that's not happening. No one's going to say, oh, we heard from Purple Power, so we're not going to give you the $1,400. They wanted you to get $1,400, it's $2,000, so we're not going to give you. No, that doesn't happen. Deborah, thank you for becoming a Purple Hawk. I really appreciate it. There's 1,300 people in the room and 530 likes. Let's get those likes up. Get those likes up. 1,300 people in the room. We're crushing the room. Let me answer some of your 2,000 questions and comments from yesterday's video. Welcome, Deborah, to the family. Patrick Garrison. The end of next week, this darn thing has been stuck in the mud forever. Should have been done and out 3 weeks ago. He's right. We were promised it was going to be on his table on day one, on his table in the White House on day one. This is ultimately, Nancy and Chuck's fault if they had the bill. I don't know when they had the bill. Melissa, thank you for becoming a Purple Hawk. We're killing it. If you want to become a Purple Hawk like Deborah, the link is in the pinned comment and also at the top of the chat. And become a Purple Hawk, Purple Power, Calcino VIP. It's in the description and also at the top of the chat. Thank you for all the new members. We keep on rocking it real big time. Hugh with the dancing bear. Thank you, Hugh, with the dancing bear. I appreciate it. Radar puddles. They act like our stimulus comes out of their pockets. They do. That's a very accurate remark, and we've all talked about that on this channel. That it always feels like we're taking money from their pockets. It's not their money. They should go without hundreds of thousands of dollars in salary and no Secret Service until they get the funds into us retro for all the FPUC plus $200 a month for food and rentals. Cut it right off their income. That will get us paid. Can we do that? Cut off their income till we're paid? Actually, there was a bill proposed. There was a bill introduced about this last year. It was a bill. One elected official said, we're taking too long. She introduced a bill that congressional leaders should not get paid until the second stimulus package was passed. Ultimately, the bill was not called for a vote. Needless, no surprise there. But had the bill become a law, the congressional leaders would have been cut out of 6 months of pay, because 6 months later, it took 6 months after that bill was introduced to actually get the bill. So they would actually have, if they had passed the law, those congressional leaders would not have been paid for 6 months. Lynn Glenn. Yes, we need multiple stimulus checks, and we need that $200 for SSI and SSDI. Let's go. We've waited long enough. I think that's a message of pushing. Let's go. Thank you, Lynn Glenn. Isla de Leon. We need stimulus ASAP. So this is a viewer who says, we're not going to wait around. We need the stimulus right now. Gunn just said, they actually owe us $6,800 for January and February. Where's the moolah, says King Reno's minutes ago. Worried now, says Abby. Don't be worried. We're pushing. We're pushing. Angel Weaver. When it comes to the American people, stimulus, Congress, they became a sloth. Of course, sloths move slow. So that's what Congress has turned into sloth. Oh, Lord. Mike Samuelson. Another year of stimulus dangling carrots is upon us. It doesn't matter who or what party is in office. They're not going to help us with stimulus checks like Canada or other countries do for the people. I get a lot of comments about comparing us to other countries. Yeah, it's you see those comments every day. Brian Begley talked to Representative John Yarmouth, head of the Budget Committee in the House, and told him do $200 as promised. Wow, so that's great. So Brian Begley tweeted John Yarmouth, Yarmuth, and said, hey, get the $200 out. He's head of the Budget Committee in the House. That's a good person to tag, John Yarmouth. Helen Harthon. Next week, that's what they said 2 weeks ago. So sick of these thieves. Yeah, it's Nancy Pelosi perfected the next week expression in 2020. Next week, soon, imminent, around the corner, happening right away. Sandra H. Stimulus has been more drama attached to it than watching the Kardashians. That was the joke from yesterday. The person posted the joke again. 1,400 people in the room. Let's get those likes up. 674 likes. Let's get those likes up. If you're in the chat, hit that like button to about 1,500 people in the room. There we go, and we're heading to 700. Let's get it going. The Donna 1959. What's going on with the SSI and SSDI 200 increase and that $3,200 for adult dependents? Thank you. The $3,200 for adult dependents, that's in a good situation. That's in the proposal for the third stimulus package. The SSI and SSDI is not in there. D. Gallon. Why not all those people trying to sell you aftermarket warranties and put them to work? They never sleep. I don't know what that's about. I don't. Aftermarket warranties? I don't get that. Charlene Walker. When are the third stimulus checks coming out? I don't know yet. Where is do we have a next week button? Do we have a next week emoji? We do not have a next week emoji. We probably should have a next week emoji. Robert White. I think a lot of people are going to be surprised about this new bill, 1.9. Just feels like a little bit off to me. Just feels a little bit off to him. Interesting. Mark Ledford. Who does the paperwork for the homeless people? You don't need paperwork sometimes. That's a great question. Under the third stimulus package, there's rent for the homeless to get into housing. So obviously you don't have a computer. Obviously you don't have you know, a whole office desk to write out an application, but they can do things over the phone. Deanna Reed, for people who preached how much the situation was emergency, and yet look at how long it's taking to get what we gotten. So there we go. 789 likes. Thank you. So there you go. Diana Reed said they need to get going. They need to get going. Robert Monayan. This has been going on since April of last year, and they still haven't figured out how this show, how to fan this out. There shows there's a problem with Congress, the Senate. There's a big problem because they don't care. Interesting. Let me ask that question. Why do you think Congress people go slow when it comes to stimulus? Drop in the comments. Why do you think Congress people go slow? I'd like to see people's thoughts. The person just said they don't care. I don't know if I agree with that. But why do you think they just go slow, congressional leaders? They don't care. Someone just said they don't care. Control, says someone. They don't do what they're supposed to do. They don't care, said another person. They're not getting it. They're lazy. They're greedy. They're old. They're in control. They're old. Ooh, wow. Job security. Ooh, that's interesting. Job security. They don't care. They can't wake up. They can't make up their minds. That's interesting. It doesn't benefit them. That's absolutely true. Because they're awaiting it and they aren't waiting for it or needing it. That's very true. They're lazy. They're old. Interesting. They aren't waiting for it. Teresa Porter, thank you for coming to Purple Hawk. Last night I joked. I think this channel has more Teresas as members than anywhere else. I think this channel gets like 30 new Teresas a day. I don't know. I don't know what goes on. So thank you, Teresa, for coming to Purple Hawk. Well, everyone, welcome Teresa to the family. Welcome Teresa and to the prior Teresas who are in the chat already. This is Teresa Heaven here. There's Teresa. Teresa says, welcome, Teresa. Teresa said, welcome, Teresa. I knew there's a lot of Teresas in here. Old people. They just move slow. There's been a lack of urgency for these people for a while, and it doesn't affect them financially, so they don't care. It seems like they move really fast when there's something about power. When it has something to do with political maneuvering, they can move very fast. We've seen them move incredibly fast. The Cash Act was 24 hours. It was done in 24 hours. The postal bill, it was 3 days, 2 days. They can move really fast if they want to move fast. But when they want to move slow, they can move as slow as they can move. And it's not particularly clear why, but the viewers think that they're just sort of lazy. A lot of the comments say that they just think the congressional leaders are lazy, or that they just move slow in general. And so that's exactly a reason. Hey, Charles, everyone welcome Charles to the family. What's going on, Charles? There's 1,400 people in the room and almost 900 likes. Wow, what a big day this is. We should still vote them out in 2 years, says Lori. Everyone welcome Charles to the family. They're just lazy, says Majorly. It appears that they just sort of move really slowly. I started this video. My son works at Walmart. Does it get hazard pay? We don't know. Great question. Thank you for that nice question about hazard pay. We don't know yet. We don't know eligibility on hazard pay yet because we haven't seen anything under third stimulus. Tune in every night at 10 o'clock Pacific Standard Time, 1 a.m. Eastern Standard Time for the new hit show. It is really a big hit show. It's hazard pay. It's the middle of the night, but because it's taped and it's a live chat, I'm in the chat room. It's really me. People love it. It's a lot of fun. We're just sort of easy breezy and laughing around, and we're learning about hazard pay because a lot of viewers of this channel are needing assistance on understanding how hazard pay works. We all need hazard pay because everyone's at risk. Amen. I have a question, says Charles. Yes, drop a question. At this point, at 34-minute mark, drop some questions. I'll be happy to answer them. Um, sirloin, here's sirloin is fine. Too many hands in the pot right now. Come on, 1,000 likes. Yes, we're at 902 likes. Let's get to 1,000 likes. 1,400 in a room. Sandy says, "Thank you, Sandy. My son drives a cab. A cab would likely be essential." Um, I tried to stay last night, but I fell asleep. That's okay. As long as the video was playing, then no, just kidding. As long as you kept the video on play mode, then I love you. Just kidding. Uh, any questions you have? If we ever worked, are state unemployment funds on hold right now? No, but some states are slow on doing PUA, UI, and FPUC. State of Pennsylvania, I think, was till middle January. So it was slow. Do you think Biden will get the SS done next year instead of now? That one article said he may reform the system next year. Reform the system is not my concern. If he wants to do that next year, I'm fine with that. Reform the system next year. But I'm worried about the money, the moolah. The moolah is for the stimulus. The moolah is for the pandemic. So I'm worried about that next year. Um, we need an emoji for it's not law now. You do have an emoji for that, Deanna. You have one that it's not bill yet and it's not law yet. Well, it's not yet law yet. Not the word now, but yet. Uh, come on, let's get to 1,000 likes. Says Sandy. Moo law, says Jim. Someone had said they had a question, but I don't see what happened. I don't see the question come across the screen. At the 36-minute mark, let me give you the big update. LA, can you be a virtual G? Can you be our virtual G? I don't know what that means. What is a virtual G? They still show us moolah in Pennsylvania. Pennsylvania's been very slow and it has been really a big issue. Heading to work, guys. Be safe. Purple power. I appreciate that. LLA. Oh, that comment flew across the screen. Alex. LA, how do you keep essential utilities from being cut off? Reach out to the volunteers in the description to this video. They can help you be get utility assistance and also rent. They can help you get utility assistance and rent. News.la.com/community. Um, Going so fast, it's hard to read. It is hard to read. There's a lot of people in the room now, 1,500 members. What about SSI and SSDI and the third stimulus, Deborah? Not in there yet. So we're pushing to get it in there. That's the hashtag campaign, hashtag SS200. Very, very exciting. What's that unused PPP? To go back to Treasury, great question, Balua. It did not. That unused PPP is still sitting at SBA as far as we know. $850 billion of it. Yes, it could be done by executive order, but in the event that it has been moved, no one has certainly told us. Can landlords get a tax write-off for forgiving rent of tenants? I don't know. That's a tax question. Landlords can get an EIDL loan. 1,000 likes, and then we dropped to 996. That's strange. Oh, then we went to 1,005. There we are with 1,000 likes. I appreciate that. Jennifer, what's going on with unemployment? Under the third stimulus, it's going from now to September, extending UI, PUA extending to September, and FPUC extending to September at $400 a week, not retroactive. So wow, thank you for the 1,100 likes. Thank you, Sandy, for getting everyone going. Sandy's our official like queen. I appreciate reminding everyone to like the video. So 1,100 likes with 1,500 people in the room. That's rocking. Now at the 38-minute mark, let me give you the big. Oh, I didn't get to home stuff. We were just kicking it. So we didn't talk about our facial. Well, a few weeks ago on this channel, I talked about how you can make delicious ice cream with a homemade ice cream machine. They're very cheap. They can go anywhere from $25 to $50, and they're certainly cheaper than buying $12 ice cream or even $5 ice cream. And here's the top of one. The total machine's off out of frame of the camera. And last time we talked about ice cream, do you think they'll fix the IRS website to change my bank account information soon? No, Dan. They're not doing that. The best way to do that is to get the tax return on file when it's time to file. With the EIDL, get the full EIDL from 2020. Yes, you're going to get the remainder of your EIDL grant from 2020 if you're low income first, and if you're not a low income community, then you'll be next in line. So we talked last time about concoctions and flavors, and we got some unusual ideas. So I'm going to turn back to you, the viewer, about what unusual ideas do you think about when doing ice cream? I do a lot of coffee chocolate ice creams, and then I do a lot of fruit. So I take the fruit and I put it with cream. I can do almost any type of fruit and just add cream to it, and it creates that cream I added. But I just heard some really, really delicious ideas last time. So I'll turn it back to you, the viewer. What ideas do you like when making frozen desserts or frozen ice cream or sorbets? I know last time a lot of people were talking about mangoes and things like that. They talked about unusual ideas. Bacon chocolate. Wow. Nut and mint mix, says Kathy. Bacon chocolate, says Ortega. Kathy says nut and mint. Root beer float, says Missy Gaston. Kalisha, I like blackberry. I do too. Um, Mango sounds amazing. Lori, I love mango. Um, the but the bacon chocolate is just cracking me up. Avocado ice cream. There's Anne with that avocado ice cream. I don't know if I would. I gotta try that. I don't know. Chocolate orange. That's interesting. Cherry pineapple. Carolyn is, so can my son get Hazard Pay? He works at Walmart. We don't know yet. It hasn't gone live, Hazard Pay. So Carolyn, we don't know. Stay with me and join me tonight on Hazard Pay tonight. Salted caramel mocha. Oh my goodness. I don't know who said that. That was delicious. Lemon lime. Donut ice cream. Russell Ward. That actually sounds really good. Donut ice cream sounds really good. Lori says blackberry cobbler. Sandy, everyone's making me hungry. Anita, peanut butter and chocolate. Oh, I should try that. I should try that. That sounds wonderful. Blackberry, says Teresa, one of the Teresas. Mary says banana. Missy says dime lemon. Tad will like that. Tad's going to make some dime lemon ice cream. Wanda, bacon and eggs with toast. I don't know if I want bacon. If I want eggs in my ice cream. Beef veggie pie with biscuit. Okay. Chocolate cookie dough. Java chip. Anita, internet who to contact. Here's some bacon for you. Yeah, that free internet has not gone live. We haven't seen why this free internet's not gone live yet. Really not clear. Coconut cream, says Charlotte. Wow. If you're tuning in while this video is then taped after it becomes live, drop your comments about what flavors you like, and I might feature them in tomorrow's recording. Meantime, join me tonight, this afternoon at 3:30 Pacific Standard Time with Afternoons LA. I'm back on with 3 big recordings. The first 2 are taped. Don't miss either of them. First one is Check. The second one is Third Stimulus. And then I'm back live with you on the new hit show, What the Chuck. If you've not subscribed, please subscribe. If you've and thank you for the wow. We're up to 1,600 people in the room at one point. Now we're at 1,100 likes, which is absolutely incredible. Thank you, Sandy, for being our like queen today. And thank you for everyone who liked this video. If you've not subscribed, please subscribe. If you have not become a member, consider becoming a member. Remember, it's free to watch this channel at any time, and we're available to answer your questions off screen as well. Stay informed, stay focused. Have a great afternoon, and stay in LA for more. Oh, wow. Thank you.